viewers. You're welcome to another episode of Beyond the Hustle with the Boss Media. It's a moment where we have an interaction with CEOs and business owners. We get to know them. We get to know about their business or their businesses. We get to know a little bit about their personal lives. You get to learn from them. Today's episode is really going to be an insightful one because I have her with me. And in the fact, again, we're entrepreneur. I'll call him he's an entrepreneur. Is an author. Is a family man, of course, and I would say he's also a certified business person. We're still going to get into that aspect. Why I call him a certified business person. I have with me Mr. Dammy Adenipekun. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good afternoon, and thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming around. We appreciate you. So introduce yourself. You tell us about yourself and your business, or let me say your businesses, what you're into, the things you do.
Yeah. You said my name earlier. My name is Dammy Adenipekun. Currently act as the Director of Operations for OGREC Limited,
Okay.
which is an energy oil and gas company.
Okay.
So currently sell liquefied petroleum gas, cooking gas in Oshoko here in Osun State. I'm also into hospitality. So we have a couple of guest houses in Oshobo and in Lagos, Royal Project and Guest House. I also manage the property development company.
All right. Okay. Okay, that's impressive. Thank you for telling us about what you do. Okay, so to start with, I think you mentioned a couple of businesses right now. You're into oil and gas, that's renewable energy, right? As for Royal OGREC
Yes.
Limited, and you're also into hospitality. That's a Royal Project Guest House in Lagos and also in Oshogo as well. And you're also into property management. Can you tell us what does it entail to run multiple businesses together, and what are the challenges and how do you go about them?
Yeah, so I think to actually survive in the Nigerian economical landscape,
Okay.
you have to be able to run multiple businesses. That will ensure, or at least give you some coverage to be able to say you are unplugging for one source and you are plugging into another
Source.
as you kind of build that multiple streams of income. And so I think that's practically what I'm involved with.
Okay.
Kind of helps that if you have a particular business and probably one is slow, you have something else that would kind of
That you
cover
can
up.
fall back on. Okay.
Cover up. So
Okay. All right. Okay. So today we really our episode today is going to take a dynamic path entirely. Because I have, like I said earlier, he's a certified he's a certified business person.
Yeah.
He's an author of the book how to come up with a 1 million naira business. Okay, so and he's a graduate of Warwick Business School in the United Kingdom. So, like I said, he wrote a book about how we can start up a 1 million naira business. So, we want to learn from him. Want to learn from the certified, business person here. So, we're going to be diving a lot into the business world, into the business part. So, I'm going to ask you now, what impact do you think the Nigerians' economic policies have on businesses like yours?
yeah, I think
And how do you know, like, maybe let me take it one by one. Okay, maybe you should get into that before I go into the second part. Or I should merge the two questions
so.
together.
Let's just take it one at a time.
Okay.
So, yeah, for economic policies, right?
Okay, yeah.
I think governments and the policy of governments from your local, state, and federal has a lot of impact on the business world entirely.
Entirely.
Everywhere in the world. Actually.
Everywhere in the world,
Yeah.
not just Nigeria.
Not just
alone.
Nigeria,
Okay.
because it's very important to be able to keep up with the policies of governments.
Okay.
A practical example was this company that came up in Lagos wanted to start this e-bike hailing company.
E-bike. How is that supposed to work?
So e-bike, like your regular Uber,
Okay.
and that. So but instead of cars, was
Just
supposed to be
e-bike.
bikes, motorcycles, and they had all this set up. They made to the government. They had the bought bikes and all that.
Okay.
And I think about a couple of months after, the policy of government came up and banned Okada
in some area,
major areas.
major
And
areas
so that is a classical example of how policies of government
affect
So
businesses.
they
Okay.
had to shift from that eventually to go into something else entirely, kind of wipe out that business
Honestly,
setup.
owning a business in Nigeria is not for the weak. Trust me.
No, it isn't. So yeah, so
Seriously.
economic policies actually play a very vital role.
Okay.
So for us in the gas sector, energy sector also plays a role, especially when you're talking about our upstream, downstream,
Okay.
and it kind of helps that the government has regulated, has opened up the market to
Okay.
every player to be involved,
Okay.
and that's kind of good, right? And we also have this policy of energy where we have people being able to generate power, generate electricity. So that is policy of government that has affected businesses.
Okay, so it's in two. It goes in two ways. It can either affect
Correct.
the business either negatively or
Positively.
positively. All right, all right. Okay, so how do you I want you to go a little bit into before I go to the next question into the part of energy renewal, like that aspect. Can you just explain shortly the part of your business that is energy renewal?
Okay, yeah. So for us, we deal basically with cooking gas.
Okay.
And so it's a renewable energy
Okay.
in the sense that you have people using clean energy.
Okay.
So we have people who are trying to move up. The policy of governments are trying to shift people away from kerosene, from firewood, to be able to go into clean energy, which is use of cooking gas.
Okay.
And making that affordable is also a very critical aspect of government policy.
Okay.
So to say this product is easily accessible to everybody. So we have people in the cities in Ikoyi using cooking gas. We have people in Eredesha in Ilobu using cooking gas. So having that spread across the country to open up the usage of renewable and clean energy is something that I think everybody should be able to key into.
All right, okay. Babin said, okay, so how do you navigate the challenges of inflation, currency fluctuation, interest rates, and all that in the aspect of your businesses?
Yeah, it can be a little bit difficult.
Okay.
Can be difficult.
Alright.
I think for us, because we deal majorly in Naira,
Okay.
so that impact has been a little bit minimal.
Minimal,
on
okay.
us. However, we do have challenges because when inflation happens, when you have the currency markets going up and down, not stable, it kind of affects the final price of our products.
Okay.
So, for instance, you buy a particular product for maybe 20 naira, and because dollar has probably gone up or gone down, that particular product that you bought at 20 naira now probably shoots up to 25 naira within the space of 2 days.
Okay.
And then you now have to repackage yourself, you have to change your prices to reflect 25 naira. Then a few days after, that same product has gone back to 16 naira. So that kind of fluctuation can have its own negative impact on business. So it's kind of that is where the excitement kind of comes up because it takes a lot of risk. You have your blood running, adrenaline pumping.
But you just look for a way to just to still
Yes,
manage
of course, you have to be abreast. You have to keep informed about the international markets, so you are able to monitor prices.
You see why I said that owning a business in Nigeria is not for the weak.
No, it
honestly.
is not.
Okay. So okay. Like from your own personal perspective, how do you think the Nigerian government can support businesses in your sector? How do you think they can just make things go easy on business owners?
Yeah. So I don't think anything can actually be made easy.
Really?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think anything can actually be made easy. And yes, we can seek for improvements.
Okay.
We can seek for stability.
Okay.
So stability in
I
form
think stability.
yes, kind of stability in our money markets, having control over what international markets is with your naira, dollar value, having stable electricity, stable power.
All right.
I think all that can, to some extent, improve the business landscape, but making it easier, I don't think any government can actually do that.
Okay. So I think the way like I want to hit the nail on the particular thing you talked about. How government can at least help the business owners. At least there should be stability, okay, in the cost of the naira dollar fluctuation. All right, okay. Thank you very much for that input. Okay, so let's go to the aspect of technology and innovation. Like I said earlier, we are learning from you. Yeah, learning from you. Okay, so let's go to the aspect of technology and innovation. Do you think the role of technology is crucial in driving the economic growth? What's your take on that? What's your take on the role of technology and innovation in helping or promoting the country's economic growth?
Yeah, it does. You have to be innovative and
Okay.
you have to utilize technology.
Okay.
We are at a very critical moment in humankind where we have the rise of machines, right? Everybody talks about AI, and that is kind of very key. I do not think anybody at this current time should relax and should not know about the advances in technology. And that helps in whatever business. There are ways in which you can utilize tools that would improve your business, either your supply chain, either your delivery, either in creating a dashboard to give you an overview of your business, to be able to monitor your revenue, monitor your profit, monitor your income. So it's kind of very important to have that. How government can help and improve, like I said, is I'm sure I'm kind of positive that if electricity is
stabilized
fixed,
at least,
people can. Nigerians are very innovative people. And we can create anything. Like we can try to create anything from
nothing
of things. So having that power, having electricity, having affordable energy will kind of help. So and that will improve and drive technology. Technology does a lot in our everyday lives,
and it will even go a long way in promoting the economic growth of the country.
Yes, it does. Yes.
All right. Okay. So, in your own business operations, how do you incorporate technology and innovation?
Okay. Yeah. So for us, if you consider hospitality, we kind of use technology for our booking system.
Okay.
That helps. Use technology to follow up with our guests, with clients. In the energy sector, kind of use technology to monitor our supply, stock level, when to reach out to your supplier. And all that. So,
All right. Okay, great. Okay. Do you have, in terms of technology and innovation, has there been a major challenge that you faced in terms of that?
Yep. Well, yeah, to some extent, yeah. Some of the challenges that I face would be manpower. Okay, getting knowledgeable people.
Okay, to handle a particular gadget.
Yes, exactly. In terms of gadgets, in terms of software, in terms of innovative applications coming up. So there's still that gap between available tools
and the people to handle them.
So that education is kind of still. I don't want to say lacking, but it's inadequate.
All right. But you still find a way to still.
But of course, you then have to carry out trainings yourself. You have to. People talk about unemployable graduates. Yes, there are so many.
We were still going to go into that.
There are so many unemployable graduates. So as a business person, as a business owner, you have to spend quite some resources on training, on retraining, on training people. You're going to have usually basic knowledge of what
you're doing. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. From what you've been saying, right? I think, and with my I would say experience, having a chit chat with other business owners, I think it requires a lot to own a business and to keep a business running in this country. And I must say, I want to take this moment to commend every business owners in this country. You guys are really doing so well, because when you're having to start up, put money down, to build something, and you have to look for able to just keep building it, keep sustaining it, regardless of the government policy, regardless of the human power, whether you have the person to handle that gadget, you just have to look for it to deliver.
Yes.
So I would like to give a big shout out to every business
Thank
owners
you,
out
thank
there.
you.
Seriously, you guys you're really, really doing well. Whether you're just starting up, whether you're trying to, grow your business, no matter how small, the medium and large scale business and all that, you are really, really, really doing well. You're really, really doing well. Seriously, I mean, trust me, you deserve the flowers. Because it's what you've been saying. Like, I'm trying to wrap my head around, like, okay, I have this, okay, I have, it's just as if you have employment opportunity, but there is nobody that is actually going to the part of unemployable graduate, like, when you now call people to, okay, come and, okay, I want to pay you, just do this for me, and just realize that, okay, they are not able to, they don't have the basic things, to perform, to meet up with expectations. So I can imagine how much of a headache that can cause, let alone coming to, the basic infrastructure like power supply, the government policy, the economic fluctuation, a lot of that. So your business owners are there. You're really, really doing well. Your business owner, either small, large scale business, you're an entrepreneur, you're a CEO, you're really, really doing great. Thank you for what you're doing for the economic of the growth of the Nigerian's economy. We really say about saying a big shout out to you from here. Okay, all right. We're gonna go on a short break right now. When we come back, we're going to continue on this episode. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Welcome back. Still on the program Beyond the Hustle with the Boss Media, and I still have with me my certified business person will be Mr. Dammy Adenipekun. We've been learning a lot from him. Is like I said earlier, he's a certified business person, and we've been learning a lot from him. So now let's move on. Let's go to the aspect of we've talked about the aspect of the Nigeria's economy and the business world. We've talked about the innovation and technology. So let's go to the aspect of the human resources and management. That part. Honestly,
it's a lot.
I mean, I can imagine how crazy it can be. The aspect of human resources and management. How do you manage this aspect? Like, okay, so let me start with what are the strategies you use to, source for talent or source for staffs, and how do you get to retain them, train them, get them to stay, you understand?
So for employment, we use our own personal network.
Okay.
We kind of utilize, or we also utilize some HR agencies. And in retaining, we pride ourselves at, I think, one of our focus as business owners starting our business is whatever business we are going to be doing, we are going to have a fixed time where we pay our salaries. So we've been running now for I think close to 3 years, 4 years now, and we've not owed salaries. I've never had to owe any salary. So that itself it's a selling point. So when people work with us, they know that yes, at the end of the month
they get paid,
irrespective of whatever happens.
Irrespective of whatever happens in Nigeria.
We are running losses, whatever. They have to get paid.
Naira and dollars.
Whatever it is,
clashing.
they just have to get paid. And that has helped in having, at least to some extent,
that's really great. That's really great.
having to retain staff. And however, we still have this challenge of staff high staff turnover.
Okay, yeah. Tell us about the challenges.
So high staff turnover, where you have people, young people. I do not want to, and I'm saying it with every sense of humility to say, not everybody wants to work, right? So you have so many people who, either because of the influence of social media, either because of the influence of criminality, believe in this get rich quick schemes.
Okay.
So a lot of people do not necessarily believe that you have to work hard, to
get paid.
And a lot of people come up with you work smart. Yes, you work smart, however, you actually have to work hard. So for that, you have people who come to work and they either want to spend hours on their phone when they're supposed to be at work. They would rather be in their religious outfits when they're supposed to be at work.
Okay, that was it. That part.
So that work culture, kind of it's inadequate.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. So the people's attitude to work.
To work, it's
Okay, it's appalling.
Can be very terrible because everybody just wants to wake up and have
just
$1
get
million in their
paid
account.
and okay, just get and who wants to get paid for doing nothing?
Exactly. So they believe, prayers work, but no matter how hard you pray, if you stay in your house not doing anything, a millionaire cannot eat your account. If a millionaire eats your account by mistake and you spend it, you're a criminal.
Okay.
So
that coming from the author of how to come up with $1 million naira business. Okay.
So I think that work culture it's inadequate. It's almost lacking. So we have that challenge of having to return people.
So what would you say? Okay, in that aspect of people's attitude to work, and we are in Nigeria. Let's talk about trying to face the Nigerian youth now. I would like you to explain or give some explicit explanation about some things. I want the people out there, especially the youth out there, to understand some things. I even like the fact that okay, you're an entrepreneur and you're young as well, so I think you can still a little bit relate on their level. Like I would like you to tell them and give explicit explanation about okay, what it takes to really to get rich. A lot of things are required: working hard, having right attitude to work, being disciplined, and the patience. Patience. Yes.
That right attitude.
Please, I would like you to really emphasize on the need for all of these things because everybody that thing is just very common. Nobody wants to work hard,
yes.
and they don't know that. And this Yoruba had that they say iṣẹ́ ni gbogbo iṣẹ́. Okay, right. Even if you want to,
there are more share already.
Of course. So I'd like you to emphasize on that. Like, please help us tell them, okay, how the need for to
patience.
put patience, attitude to work, discipline. Like, please help us tell them. Like, there is no magic to this thing.
No,
even if you want to do ritual, like
there's no magic. Don't do ritual.
No, you don't have to still work hard. There's no magic. There's no magic.
It's unfortunate that you have people in their 20s. It's okay to dream. It's okay to
dream big.
It's okay to dream big. However, you have to wake up from your dream and put in the work, right? So it's shocking when you have people who are supposed to be in school, 20-year-olds, people in their late teens, and they are thinking and the race they are running is they want to ride a brand new vehicle, they want to live in big mansions within our economic space. It's almost impossible.
Okay.
If you are within the Nigerian economic space where maybe access to funds, access to finance is limited. Okay. You do not have to go all out to say I want to ride the latest vehicles. You are building up an attitude where you are watching someone in his 50s, in his late 40s, who has put on the work over
the years to achieve
get
all
to
that.
Point. And then you're looking at that person like you have to ride
be this
that
person within the space of 1-2 years.
Exactly. So it's an appalling attitude where we need to have that our discussion with ourselves. In starting up a business, having good financial support is very key, very important. Having the ability to take very huge risk is also very important. Being disciplined. A lot of people are very, very indisciplined. They are not disciplined with timing. They are not disciplined with the output of their work. They are not disciplined with finances. So because people want to get rich quick, they believe that they can take 1,000 and turn it into 2,000. So when they have 1,000, they are not thinking of how that 1,000 will benefit their lives in a good way. They rather think of, this 1,000, how can I turn it into 5,000? And then they plug it into another business. So this is not an affront to social vices industry. Betting has done a lot of in-quote damage by it, right? You have young artisans who probably have made 10,000 and makes 5,000. And rather than thinking of what tools can I get to improve my business? They want to quickly turn that 5,000 to sure odds of 500,000, and then they take all that money they put into that business, and then the money goes. If the money does not go because it goes into another person's business, so that's fine.
Okay.
So we have to change our attitude towards. So we have to have discipline, timing. Time is money. Time is money. So when an artisan says you have to resume work at 8, a lot of times we have artisans showing up at 10 a.m. and they do not have an excuse for why they've lost that 2 hours, and that discipline is kind of very lacking. It's not like that outside of the country, because I mean those guys paid by the hour.
Yeah, of course. You get it by hours.
So you get paid by the hour. So you know that time is money that they are actually saying, is very, very applicable to them. So when you give someone an appointment for 8 a.m., you have to keep that appointment. You have to keep that time. Because if you don't keep that time, I've made an appointment for someone for 10 a.m. So if you don't make up the 8 a.m., how do I make up with the 10 a.m.?
10 a.m.
So time is money. So attitude towards work, towards time, towards finances is very, very important.
All right. Okay. Thank you for that. I hope then advice. We really appreciate that. I mean, so if you're a young person out there is a need for you listening to everything you're saying. There is a need for you to be disciplined, and patience is also the key.
Yeah, very important.
Patience is the key. If you're looking at it's not a bad thing to have a role model, to look up to someone. Okay, but don't overwork yourself. Don't say you want to run like this. This one that's been running for
maybe
15,
20
20 years, and you're just growing, and you want to do your running within the space of 2-3 months, and you want to get to where that person has gotten to. Please, I think you have to just do everything. Okay, so you talked about the challenges of people's attitude to work. How are you able to navigate it? Especially the aspect of someone coming to the office in really what's it called? The religious outfits kind of and all that. So how do you get able to manage people in that aspect, have a right attitude to work, so ensure that they do what they need to do?
I think there are no consequences, or there are not enough consequences
for actions
and consequences for inactions. So when people know that there are consequences for whatever it is that they are doing, they would rejig, they will reposition themselves. So yes, we don't take our work lightly.
Okay.
If you have to come to work at a particular time, you have to be at work at that time. If you don't, then there are consequences for that.
Okay.
There are a lot of people looking for jobs, so you won't want to put your job at risk.
Online.
So,
okay.
Yes, you want to put your job at risk.
All right. Okay. So I'll go to this question again. How do you think the Nigeria's education system can be improved in order to support the need, or in order to meet the needs of businesses out there? You talked about the unemployable graduates. So what do you think the Nigerian government or the Nigerian system education should improve on in order to make these graduates to be actually employable? And that's in terms in the part of the government. And in the part of the graduates themselves, okay, as another undergraduate, like someone that's still in school, what do you think the person can start putting in place as an undergraduate, to make him or herself employable by the time the person will graduate?
Okay, so I think I can start from those in higher level of
education,
higher institutions, right? So
yeah, sure.
We have the world on our fingertips, right? We have access to a word library. You're able to watch YouTube. You're able to do courses on Google. You're able to follow up on courses on Harvard, without necessarily going to those locations, right? So instead of spending so much time on social media, right, you can invest. It's an investment. You can invest that time into educational aspects of the world wide web,
social media.
There's a whole lot of learning that is available to you online. Something that is that if you're in school and you have the aspiration to go into a particular industry, before you graduate, you can know all about what that industry is all about, key into what that industry does, volunteer towards the industry to achieve some of those things. In the aspect of government, I think it's important for the government to go back to the basics, to the grassroots. Our primary education needs to be adequately improved upon. The welfare of teachers also has to be adequately improved. Yeah, so we have that improvement of our primary basic education. I think that's in its way will help in the long run improve the educational system.
The educational system itself. So probably eventually to make the graduates employable. Okay, so I think I'm going to hit the nail on one thing you talked about. Okay, I mean, it's essential for anybody in the higher institution, within tertiary institution, whether you're in the polytechnic or you're in the university or you're in the college of education. There is a need for you to be intentional about what you're going to do or what you want to be after leaving school. Okay, so that intentionality will actually drive them into, getting, improving themselves, learning, making good use of the social media, space. Okay, all right. Thank you very much for that input. So let's go to the aspect of infrastructure and logistics, right? Okay, so how do you think the Nigerian infrastructure, challenges are like the good road network, transportation system, the power supply? How has the infrastructure issues, how has it been able to, how much impact has it have had on your business, and how were you able to go about it?
Yeah, so we appreciate the part of government because for us there's been some improvements.
Okay.
Especially if you're looking at the road network
All
from
right.
Lagos to some certain aspects,
Of course, of
there's
course.
been improvement. So
Of course.
when you have good road networks, you have your product, your services being able to move within a shorter period of time. Would also be appreciative if you have an improved rail network where you have a larger percentage of products being moved via rail rather than
Okay.
via roads.
Okay.
For that, another infrastructure is very important. I think after
You talked about power supply. Okay.
That has to be improved upon
Okay.
ceiling.
We will pray that would be put in place. Hopefully soon.
Prayers work, but actions
Of
work
course.
faster. Actions work faster.
Okay. Okay. We hope they will hear us. I mean, they hear us all the time, and Nigeria is quite a big of a country. So, but we are hoping and we are praying that all these things will actually be put in place soon. So, let's talk about work-life balance.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you balance work and family? I know you're married, you're family man. So how do you get to how do you get to balance work and family? What do you do in your free time? How do you spend your free time?
Well, there's no free time.
Really?
There's no free time. Every time has to be accounted for.
Okay.
Every time has to be intentional.
All
So
right.
you would probably have your schedules,
Okay.
what you need to do on a daily basis.
Okay.
You also have to include what you do to relax.
Okay.
You also have to.
So as an entrepreneur, so there is really no free time. So you just have to make up.
You have to have that schedule. There's no free
Okay.
time. There's no free time.
So you're the one that will just map
You have to be
your-
intentional with your timing. There's no free time. So you
Give
can't
yourself a lot.
you can't just say that there's I'm not doing anything. Like, there's no free time. So you have to be intentional about your timing. So you have to
Okay.
dedicate time. If you are not
Okay.
careful, you might realize that yes, you've created these businesses, you have these businesses to
Okay.
be able to have some freedom. If you're not very careful, you're not very intentional with your timing planning, you might realize that you spend more time at work than with family.
Than with family.
And family is also very important. So
Of course.
I am intentional about spending time with my
Time.
kids, being
Okay.
there for their school activities,
Okay.
whatever it is, having outings.
Okay.
Because if not, the business just fill up your head. Okay, you have
It's
problems
from the
with
business that you're sustaining the family.
Yes, however, you can't do business for life,
That's true.
or your family is going to be with you for life.
For life.
So when you are 80, you are 90, you are 100, what will your kids remember? Okay, is it those
That's
times
it,
you
that's it.
spent watching Tom and Jerry? Or will they remember their dad always running out the door because he has to meet a truck driver, he has to attend to a guest, he has to do that. So you have to be intentional with spending time. So you just have to
Be
be intentional with
there.
time.
You just have to be there for family. Okay, so
And I read a lot of books too. I read books, I watch movies. I
okay,
play
during your
games,
free time.
during
I've
study times.
spotted you before. I saw you on social media. I spotted you somewhere around there, Stanford Bridge.
Yes, I think I was there was time I was in the UK and I was
Okay.
fortunate to be in London and I visited
Okay.
Chelsea. My younger brother was in London around the time. And
Okay, so you just went there to
Stanford Bridge.
relax.
They had fun. I mean, we have a lot of noisemakers. Chelsea fan. Apologies to Chelsea fans.
Okay.
So
I'm a Chelsea fan though.
Oh, okay. So I visited your part of
Okay.
London. Went all the way from North London to visit Chelsea. I'm an
Okay.
Arsenal fan.
Okay, I was going to ask that.
Yeah.
Really an Arsenal fan?
Yeah.
No
I
wonder
support Arsenal Football Club.
No wonder you are
It's a legacy. It's a legacy club, and so
the legacy is the only thing you
it's,
do.
it's a legacy club,
Okay.
and in having his spirit of sportsmanship and
Okay.
friendship, I
Okay.
just stand for it here.
Okay,
So
okay.
we're able to
When you look at most business owners in this club, most of them are Arsenal fans because seriously, if you can be faithful with that particular club, definitely you'll be able to sustain a business. So sorry, that's just
Yeah. I mean, is exactly correct. Patience is the
patience is the virtue.
Yeah, patience is the
Okay, all right. So you've talked about what are your hobbies apart from work? So
I read books.
Okay,
I read
books.
books.
Okay.
I also watch movies.
Okay.
And I like traveling.
All right.
So
All right. Okay.
I love cooking. So,
You cook?
yes, I love
Okay.
cooking.
All right. We're going to go into that maybe behind the camera.
I love cooking.
All right. Okay. So we're about to round up now. I would like you to, give a word of advice for aspiring entrepreneur in Nigeria.
Your dreams are valid. Your dreams are valid.
I thought we were going to tell us to run.
No, your dreams
So
are
we should not run.
no, your dreams are valid.
Okay.
It is achievable. Whatever you put your mind to,
Okay.
it's achievable. But be disciplined. Make use of your network. You'll be surprised the kind of network that we have. Okay, you know someone that knows someone that knows someone that will need your product or your service. So utilize that network and please don't be quiet. Yes, we have shy people in business, but don't be quiet. If you need to utilize social media, WhatsApp, or whatever, don't be quiet.
All right.
And be patient, be ready to learn, and it will come. It will come.
Okay, so patience is part of the that's amazing. One of the major
It's
virtues.
very important.
Okay,
Very
because some people start up a business and they expect that like in the next few months the business should
Definitely not.
skyrocket.
If you are ready to do serious business, right? You should be looking at maybe breaking even in your year 5, year 6.
Okay.
Before you start talking about serious profits,
Okay.
you might be going into year 8, year
Or
10.
10.
Okay, so that patience has to be very, very important, and you have to keep learning. You have to keep developing. You have to keep learning. You have to keep. Things are changing rapidly. You have to be abreast
So you have
of
to keep
things, and
evolving.
you have to keep evolving. You have to keep learning, and you try to be innovative. So everything that is being done is not new.
Okay.
It has been done before.
Okay, people are just looking for better way
to just improve
to do
things. So
okay.
you might be in your little corner in Elisha, and what you are thinking about, somebody in far away Norway is also thinking about it. So the world is a global village now. So rather than spending so much time on unproductive hours on social media, you can generate innovation from that social media space. So you need to connect with people all across the world and
All right.
and bring your dreams to life.
All right. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Dammy Adenipekun. It's been an insightful moment with you. It's been an eye-opening moment with you. Thank you very much for coming around. We really appreciate your presence. Thank you for at least out of your busy schedule, you're able to at least make out time to come and educate us. We've learned a lot from you. Personally, I've learned so much from you. I think the major thing I've been able to hold in all of these conversation, and I think with the conversation I've had with some other business owners is that as a business owner, you just have to be like you have to be strong, you have to be rugged, you have to be resilient and all that. Like right. Okay. I mean, like, thank you very much for your time.
The pleasure is on my end.
Really appreciate you. All right, it's been an insightful moment with our entrepreneur and like we've been having a chit chat. We've learned a lot. We've learned as well. We've learned a lot. We've talked about attitude to work, having right attitude to work, discipline, the place of government in the business world. So we've learned so much. We've realized a lot, and thank you very much once again for your time. That'll be all on today's episode of Beyond the Hustle with the Boss Media. And until next time, we see you again. I still remain your humble host, Blessing. I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.
Bye.